I hold it blasphemy to say that a man ought not to fight against authority. There is no great religion and no great freedom that has not done it in the beginning. By George Eliot.
If there is no great religion or great freedom which has not begun by fighting against some authority, then this implies that at the heart of every great authority there is some great rebellion. This is why authority always fails if it holds too tight, not only because humans are beings with free will who always desire to become better versions of themselves, or always try to reach beyond their limits, but also because what authority promises is always something better than what the world would be without authority. That is, we can understand the idea that every authority has some great rebellion at its heart to mean that no authority is natural or descends entirely from nature. Authority comes not by activities of the field or the sky, not by the words of gods or fate, but rather by the opinions of mankind. When authority fails its promises, then we are right to rebel against it, because it is only by that test that the authority of men is able to be dragged up. It is by the hopes and dreams of mankind that authority resists the impulsion to stay still. For it is a law of life and nature, if anything is, that what stays still dies. Authority, if it does not question itself, will eventually be questioned by another. If it does not change, then it will eventually be unsuitable for the world as it is. Those who hold to authority because it is authority, or because of what it does for them at the expense of another, will fail at the last to keep authority up, because to hold to that vision of authority as final is to betray the original and impelled power which first brought forth the authority itself. There is a hole at the heart of all fields of the mind, and if by our actions we stand in this hole, then the field collapses. In the same way, ignoring the fact that authority is to be fought against, must be fought against, if it is to become better, is to take the action of standing in that hole, but with a mental blindness as to the dangers of doing so. The ties that allow for stability, and the wills of the people involved, may hold the power of the authority together for a while, but eventually the forces of life will shake apart that on which they stand. An authority is not written in stone, but is rather ink upon paper, which fades with time and is washed away by the passing waters. Authority is in the minds and the bodies of those who follow it, and not in authority itself. Accordingly, it must grow and change. That it is right to fight against authority does not automatically mean that all authority is bad. It just means that all authority must, on occasion, be corrected.